Welcome back to another episode of Lost in the Farmer's Market Garden Shorts. For today, we're going to be talking about an interesting plant, Upland Cress, which is its common name. Its scientific name is Barbarea verna, which puts it in the Brassicaceae family, or the cabbage family. Because everything comes down to those families, now doesn't it? Well, anyway, it's native to southwestern Europe and western Asia. The name Barbarea is actually from the early Greek saint of the same name, who was the patron saint of artillery and miners. Not the kind that certain senators go after, the kind that dig in tunnels and, say, extract coal. Just being specific there. Well, anyway, it's reasonably hardy in zones 5 through 9. It prefers a soil pH of 6 through 7 and an exposure of full sun. Its height is 4 to 6 inches and its width is about the same. And when you're planting these things, the spacing should be 10 to 12 inches. Now, as you can see with these seedlings in the picture today, pointy stick of destiny, they're cluster planted with the idea that they'll be thinned later. I mean, the seed is small, but copious in number. So this is fine. In fact, buying a packet of these seeds is fairly inexpensive, as Seed Saver sells it for about $2.50. There's the packet. Now, if you notice the name, that goes to one of its other nicknames, Creasy Greens, not to be confused with greasy. There is a bean type called greasy beans because they're shiny and they look like they have a sheen of oil on them. These are called Creasy Greens because of the unique creased foliage. Now, they have other nicknames like Bermuda Cress, Yellow Rocket, and Land Cress. And then there are about a half dozen more, which I left out because, Now, I have to clarify, this plant is definitely related to Winter Cress, which is Barbarea vulgaris. Okay? But it's also often confused with Water Cress, which is Nasturtium officinale, which is ironically confused with the common Nasturtium, which is called Tropaeolum. Oh Lord, that's hard to pronounce. Tropaeolum SP for species. And that's when you buy the seed packets with the big pretty flowers that has that pungent scent. The Greeks called Nasturtium comes from the word nose twister, referring to its crushed foliage scent. It is also in the cabbage family. But wait, there's more. You see, Garden Cress is Lepidium sativum, and that is also edible. And there's a weed cousin, and I use the term weed, called Swine Cress, which is common to our area, Zone 8A, which is Lepidium didymium, and theoretically it too is edible. It's called Swine Cress because it smells kind of bad when you crush the foliage, but then again with Nasturtiums, not officinale, the other one, it's relative. Now, we're going to go a little bit further and talk about its history. Upland Cress was once called scurvy cress because of its high vitamin content, specifically vitamin C, and the fact that it would grow in periods in the farmer's fields when there wasn't anything else. So it would be a massive nutritional supplement, sort of like miner's lettuce, which is unrelated. Now here's the nutritional information, because I had a heck of a time tracking this down. There's a lot of people say it's nutritious, but they don't say why. For 1 cup, that's 8 ounces, or 227 grams, and I had to adjust these numbers from the numbers I had because apparently they thought a cup was 32 grams, which is completely wrong. An 8-ounce cup is 227 grams. So when we get to the vitamin levels, I'll clarify some more. That is 26.8 calories, 2.68 carbs, 5.36 grams of protein, and 1.34 grams of fiber, using their numbers. Now, adjusted for actual cup size. Mine's out of the gutter, kids. Anyway, that would be 147.4% of your daily allotment of vitamin A if you ate a cup of these greens. Or 160.8 vitamin C percent, 710.2% vitamin K. Sweet Jesus! 710.2. Woo! Why aren't they putting this in a pill? Anyway, And it has 26.8 of calcium and manganese. Now that's adjusted for an actual cup size as opposed to their weirdo cup size. Now what they had on there was 22% vitamin A on their measurement, 24% vitamin C, and 106% vitamin K. Oh, and 4% for calcium manganese. My numbers upgrade that appropriately for the cup size, for an actual normal cup size like you have in your kitchen. Now, this plant is super nutritious. You should grow it. As you can see, you can just sow it in flats and get it out there. Now these are being prepared for cold weather, so later on I will have pictures up on the blog of them as they mature. But that's all I have about Upland Cress for you folks out there. So as always, keep them growing, and thanks for watching. If you like this, hit the subscribe. If you haven't already, it helps the channel, and feel free to leave a comment. Thank you.